Greetings everybody, my name is Michael Averill and this is a really short video for musicians who have music that is registered through the organization called SOCAN. SOCAN is a group that collects royalties of various kinds for musicians, and royalties meaning money, and distributes them if people submit to collect their money. So I put up a question on Facebook the other day about basically asking if people actually claim their royalties that they get from performances. It's intuitive to think about when your song gets on radio or does something like that you get money collected for that, but something that doesn't happen very often or people don't do is they don't claim the money that is there for actually performing your songs in venues. So we're going to take a look at how to do that and what that looks like. Okay, so let's head over to the SOCAN website here and we'll get signed in. So if you don't have a username or haven't done anything with SOCAN yet, that's a different conversation, but this is mostly for people who have a user ID, have registered their songs, are out there performing their stuff. So we're just going to sign in. And we're going to get up to our home page here. So this is my page. So you can see here there's a catalog of songs. Just kind of move the camera over. Right there. So if we go into your own catalog, this basically is just a list of the songs. This is the list of the songs that I have registered. There's about 3 pages of them, so they're just locked in there for later in the game when we're signing up our events here. So first thing to do before you actually claim or submit one of your live performances is actually just make sure that the songs that you're performing are registered. So you can do that in this space where you can go register my works. And you go through the steps here just to say that you composed and were the author and it's 100% yours if that's the case, so on and so forth. And then you'll have songs. They have to be approved, which takes a little bit of time, but not a whole lot, so good to put your songs in the registry as soon as possible. So let's go back to the profile and actually submitting for a live situation. So this is the area, SOCAN forums, that you're going to go to. And if you look down the list, we're going to see a couple bars down here, notification of live music performance. Alright, so see this, it says submit submit a notification of live performance. That's what we want to do. Click. And it'll actually tell you ahead of time what you need. So it's good to have this stuff prepared. The date of the concert you played, name and address of the venue, the company presenting the concert, and there's little question marks here if you have specific questions you want to ask about, they'll define things, and so on and so forth. So performances in Canada, all this stuff here. So let's go continue. Now I'm going to run you through a show that I did a little while ago in April. So the name of artist, that would be me. I am Michael Averill. Easy. Alright, so select one. Performance in Canada or outside of Canada. It was in Canada. I'm submitting a performance in Chilliwack. Now you have a different option here. You have music festival, popular music concert, performance in the bar club, or a serious classical music concert. So you can click on the question marks, they'll tell you what they're defining as a popular music concert. This is when you've been hired by a company presenting a concert to perform. That wasn't the case for my gig I'm submitting. I did a bar club which says hired to perform for you can't submit anything for performance royalties unless you have a cover charge of $6 or more. So let's carry on here. This was my case. So it gives you a new menu. Was there a cover charge? Yes. What was the ticket price? So for this show, it was $12. I was not. Alright, it gives you options. Asks you if you were the headlining act with no support, support act, so on and so forth. I was a support act as I was opening up for another band. So it says, enter names of other acts and bands performing. This band that I played with was a great group called Chicken Like Birds. So I can add that in there. Okay. I didn't need to add that, I just putting their name in is good. So here's where you need some kind of proof that you played the show, whether that be a ticket stub or a contract or a poster. You can actually use a screenshot from Facebook, which is what I usually do. So if we go to the Facebook event that I played with these guys, here we go. Chicken Like Birds and Michael Averill at Tractor Grease Cafe. So it has the date, April 9th, the time, who hosted it, and it also has down here the tickets price. So all you got to do for this situation is just want to make sure the page here has all the relevant and important details. So it's going to widen the window. And if you don't know how to do this, it's good how to actually make a screenshot. This is how you do it. I'll show you here. So you go onto your keyboard, you press Shift, Command, and 4. This is on Mac. I'm not sure exactly what you do on PC, but there's got to be some function that you can take a screenshot. So what happens when you do this, when you go Shift, Command, 4, your cursor turns into this little bullseye radar thing. Bam. Right there. See? Alright, so then when we take this up to the window, all you gotta do is you start it where there's the relevant information and you drag and drop. So we're gonna go all the way down to get sure that $12 is in there with all the other information. You let it go and it usually makes some little picture sound. So what happens now is that gets moved onto the desktop. So now I have a screenshot for my information to submit. So I'm just going to give it a title. Title is going to be Chicken Bird Show 2016. I'm just going to save it on the desktop so it's easy to find. Alright, so there it is. That's there for me to upload in a second. So this is good to keep up while you're doing this stuff, just because it has the phone number, the address of the venue, all the kind of stuff you'll need actually to submit in a second. So we're going to go back to SoCan here. So I'm going to go upload file. Oop. Have to do there. Upload file. Choose file. So I saved it to my desktop, which I titled it as Chicken Bird Show 2016. There she be. Click on that sucker. Upload. And it tells me your Chicken Bird Show has been uploaded. Right on. Close that. So now I can continue onwards while the spinning wheel of death does its thing. Oh, I made a mistake. So it says that I entered another act, an extra act beyond the other one that already was there, and it didn't like that. So I'm going to remove this number, or number 2. There we go. So I just got the 1. See if we're good to go. Click continue. There we go. All right. So next step. Just going through the details of the actual gig. And we'll get to that in 1 second.